Hi, Letty! I know, I checked this morning and I was so stoked to see my spells and everything was actually there, and I didn't have to adjust any of the mods. I'm very happy. Just pasting to my stories. Actually, what I should do is, pop, 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 pop. Just gonna send myself the link. And there goes Summer in the background. She's been very active and noisy today, which is a good thing. Okay, there we go. Hi, Jessica! Hi, Tally! I'm continuing my first evil run. Yeah, I'm playing as a Lothsworn Drow and a full sorcerer this time. I've never gone full sorcerer, so I'm excited. Let me just... Oops, not what I meant to do. Post it really quickly. Oops. Gosh, this takes a minute. There we go. Happy Friday, by the way. I'm so glad it's Friday, honestly. How's she feeling? She seems good. She's essentially back to normal. However, she has not touched her breakfast today. I mean, she kind of like gave it a sniff just like 10 minutes ago and then did not want it. So that is mildly concerning because she's lost a lot of weight, but I'm just gonna keep trying. Not having the best day. Glad for your lives. I'm sorry, Jessica. Sorry that this Friday is treating you poorly. I feel like that's very out of character for a Friday. And rude. But I'm glad that maybe we can hang out for an hour and hopefully make it a little bit better. Also, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting to look up at the camera. I'm not used to being on camera. So if I'm looking down, I'm talking to your chat. I picked up a new creature thing for you. Oh my god, to draw? Really? Someone from your book? I'm excited for the challenge. Sorry, I'm almost done. Okay. Also apologize if I still cough a little bit. I'm like 99% normal after being sick, but I do still have like a very slight cough, which has mostly just been annoying. But we should be good. I forget, well, I don't really forget where we left off. I'm gonna spend this live working on my own book. Ooh! Writing, drawing. I feel like we talked about this yesterday, but I can't recall. Okay. Also, let me know how the volume is, if the volume for the game is too low, if I'm too loud or too low. But let me just pull the chat out really quick. That way I can... not what I meant to do. Keep an eye on things. Okay. Anyway. Have we long rested yet? I think... Oh yeah, we did, because... that. Okay then. The immediate consequences of my actions.
Have harmed a housefly, a gentle young soul slain in her pride.
It really sucks too, because I feel like, again, I did not realize that that was going to happen. I knew that it happened, but I didn't realize that it was going to happen so soon in the game. And I thought we'd have more time, which is why I hadn't even gone to visit Alfira. So for anybody that's watching that maybe either hasn't played the game or hasn't played much, like, we didn't even get the chance to go meet her and feel sad about this. But I'm sad because I love Alfira. Writing mostly in my art block hit like a train. I actually feel that today. It's so funny because last night I couldn't get myself to stop drawing to go to bed, and then today I'm like, it feels like pulling teeth. It's so frustrating. Though I'm sure writer's block is probably different in some ways. Okay, what was I doing?
That's the spirit.
Come with me. I promise I'm not a murderer. Oh, I have her already. I haven't grabbed Karlach yet, and oh, that's right. I'm still debating if I should even. Maybe if I just don't go that direction the entire first act.
But there was no sense in killing her. I'll be watching everyone in this camp like a hawk.
As you should.
Especially you.
Feel the same way drawing today, the struggle bus. It's so annoying how it comes and goes in waves like that, though. I love her, and more upset that as a bard I could not loot her outfit. Honestly, it is kind of weird that that's, like, not an option. I really feel like Alfira, at least, people say Alfira and Barkus, but I feel like Alfira, at the very least, was, like, designed to either be a playable character or, like, have as a permanent companion. Got the layout of the first comic page done, but the refining is annoying. All those, like, finishing details and touches. Sometimes I feel like those are, like, the most frustrating part. Which, again, is probably different for writing, but I know what you mean to a degree.
It is done.
Okie dokie. Unlimited party mod. We have everyone. Let's go do some evil stuff.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
I feel like some of these interactions are like so main character coded. I'm mad that they cut Karlach's happier ending. I saw somebody make a post recently about how they feel like Karlach's ending is actually really good for her. And, like, I agree that it is, like, a good ending. Not, like, good versus bad ending. I just mean, like, a good ending in that, yeah, it's cool that she gets to go back to Avernus and, like, face what she was willing to die to avoid, but, you know, out of all the endings that you can get, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't talk about endings too much. But, personally, I do wish there was a different one for her. Or another option. Okay, I'm really sorry, Shadowheart, but I don't have time for this. How much have we looted down here? Have we looted at all? I don't remember. Probably looted. Yeah, I feel like we looted in here, but again, I don't... Oh, we did, because that's unlocked. Well then... Forget, are the Whispering Depths this way? Yes.
Better be careful. Those webs carry vibrations.
These fights are so annoying. I feel like these are always like one of the last things I do. And I may want to go the other way, TBH. I don't usually come in this way. I also may be overthinking it. Shadowheart is God's favorite princess. Well, true, she is main character energy. Deserved. That made no sense. I'm working on a warrior mermaid for a prompt for a mermaid, trying to take it slow due to the mermaid burnout. Literally, Jessica, I'm actually already feeling that. Last night I was so... and this could very well just be, like, in general, the art block today, because last night I was so, like stoked to be drawing. But today, I went and had meant to, what am I trying to say? I was gonna work on a mermaid that I was, like, super stoked to work on last night, and was, like, so excited to work on today. Can I not jump on this? Hello? How do I usually get up there? Am I stupid? But I was literally feeling, I was like, I kind of feel like Mermaid Burnt Out already, and I've only done like a few pieces, which is not boding well, I'll say. But it could very well just be like the general art block today. That happens. But I hope that you get out of that burnout. I feel like pushing your way through the very beginning, especially like pre-May, to just kind of prep for Mermaid and like have a few pieces done already, kind of gives you like that break that you need to not feel the burnout halfway through the month, which in my opinion is worth it. Because that way, again, you don't feel the pressure of like, oh my god, I don't have a mermaid yet for tomorrow, you know? That's not good. Oh my god, that's the way I've been. I'd get some super exciting idea and wait to start till I'm done with my current one, and then the excitement to work on it disappears. That happens to me constant. I'm so glad I'm not the only one, actually. Yeah, that's a constant for me. And it's especially frustrating when it's like one of the only things. Who has a better way of...
Salutations.
I actually have never tried anything other than just slowly whacking it. Oh, that was a weird thing to say. You know what I mean. Anyway. I don't want to waste a spell slot, but... So, oh, I just read that. There's no real pressure to create 30, really. I mean, technically no, but it's still, I feel like even if there's not, like, real pressure, I feel like most people do still pressure themselves unnecessarily, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of talking nonsense now, but I am glad that there's, like, a little bit less, stigma and like frowning around creating mermaids before May and like having some ready, because yeah, the challenge is to draw a mermaid every single day, but you're still essentially drawing one every single day. It's just before May, because in the age of social media where everybody only posts like their best work and it seems like they're doing it all the time and like they're always on top of things, that's a lie. So, you know, God forbid I want to also make it look like I have my life together. Okay. How do I want to go about this? Do I want to just go in head on? I suppose I could. Where do I usually come in? I think I usually come in through the well. Which is why I'm turned around right now. Okay. Just gonna come at it head on. So they should see me in theory any second. Gross. Is everybody down here? Hurry up. Come on now. Let's go in first with Lae'zel. Alright. Excuse me. Ugh, good lord, maybe I'm taking them on a little too early. What level am I? I have so many games going right now. I maybe should have not started this fight yet. I am literally level 3. That's fine. I love relating to other artists. Me too. BRB, you gotta get yelled at by an agent. Oh! Good luck. Try not to yell back, just yell back in your mind. And know that they'll be the laughing stock of your day. I think that's the only thing that ever got me through, like, any amount of, like, working with people or the general public, or, like, when I was working retail. Just working with people in general, because there's always going to be, like, bad people. But I think what always got me through that was the satisfaction of knowing I was literally just going to go home and laugh about how stupid they were later. Like, they were so angry in the moment. Can I reach him from there? I may get stuck, but it's fine. Yep. Nope, still 55. We'll be fine. Probably. Please not again. Sorry, Will. Okay. That's right, I literally don't even have Misty Step yet. I play so many, like, games at one time, and I'm usually, like, second or third act. I always stop in the third act. The classic retail silent screaming in your head. Yeah. I tell this story all the time. This is always one of my, like, kind of moments where, like, oh, you know, humanity isn't, like, the worst. Maybe... Sorry. Sometimes I do actually have to think. But when I was working retail, I worked at a Michael's, and... Crap, why did I do that? I think I was, like, 18-ish, and it was the holiday season, which of course everybody gets so upset about everything during the holidays. It's when everybody is extra mean. And I feel like the clientele at Michael's, I don't know what it's like anymore, but it was so very, like, very angry and entitled old ladies who just wanted their coupons to work on the yarn that they were buying. And specifically, this woman came in with her husband at some point, and they bought yarn, and they left, whatever, and I guess they came back in line and came back to my register to show me that, like, a coupon hadn't been applied or something. I can't remember all the details. But I was trying to explain to them, like, the sale. I was like, oh, no, like, I'm so sorry. Like, it actually is, like, this is why it didn't apply. And we were kind of, like, he started to get a little heated. The husband did. And eventually it got to the point where he was like, are you stupid? Like, do you not see that? Like, he started to raise his voice and he called me stupid. And I was like, okay. Like, I started to get a little teary-eyed, and, like, I called my manager, I think, and he resolved it, whatever. And I guess it was my fault. Like, I made a mistake, and I was completely, like, I admitted to that. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not realize I was completely reading it wrong. But the man was just so rude. It, you know, again, it got me teary-eyed. And after they left, the wife came back in, and she was like, I want to apologize to you for the way that my husband behaved. Like, he's not usually like this. It's like, you know, he's usually so kind. I'm so sorry. And she told me that I guess he was going through, like, cancer treatments and stuff, and it's made him, like, very bitter, angry person. And I was so sad. And now I don't know why I'm telling this story, because it's just sad and I'm getting distracted. But there are moments like that where... why did I do that? This is why I can't talk, and I'm just going back and forth. I'm looking for fire. It's not ranged, is it? Okay, well, I just wasted Lae'zel's turn, so that was fun. Point being, retail is such a roller coaster of a job. Like, you get the best and the worst of people. We have, like, nothing. Oh my god. I'm doing this so poorly. Okay, back. Dumb agent. Insurance doesn't work that way. Oh, see, working with insurance, I can't even imagine, honestly. I feel like that is how you get, like, the angriest people. I would imagine. Disadvantaged, okay. Can I jump that far? Still disadvantage. I'm gonna go for it. Which may have been done. Who? That's right, I jumped. Oh my god, I keep doing that. Go for the web too. That's so nice of the wife. That's a sin. It's, yeah, it was really, like, bittersweet. It was sweet of her to want to come in and, like, apologize. Like, I'm just a kid. You know, I was an 18-year-old girl. I made a mistake. It's not like I was, like, arguing with them or telling them that they were wrong and dumb. But, like, you know, in that moment, I was like, I should have a little bit more grace for people because I don't know what they're going through. Not that that gives them any right to treat anyone that way. But, you know, I do my best to give people, like, the benefit of the doubt to a degree. Okay, Will, I'm so sorry. I'm just... Don't mind me. Okay. I love when they do that. I don't remember if I told you or not, but I used to work at Michael's too. No way! Yeah, it was always just those entitled ladies coming in to buy yarn, and they'd try to use their coupon that expired like 2 years ago. Like, my coupon! So annoying. Not in retail anymore, and I get insurance is a horrible industry right now, and it's hard. But it's also not my fault that the Teslas are impossible or expensive to insure. Yeah. Yeah, these are the phase spiders in the Whispering Depths. Yeah, insurance specifically, I feel like, is a really crappy... Oh, I can get you from there. Area to be. Oh, I didn't think that he was gonna have to walk back through the web. I didn't think about that. What was I saying? Not doing great today, y'all. Yeah, I think specifically because insurance is so, like, icky, scammy. Like, it's definitely not your fault, but you do get, like, that side of people who have no one else to yell at except for the person on the phone at the time, and I feel like you get caught in the crosshairs. I should really stop trying to talk while in the middle of a fight. Oh my god. Absurd. Actually, couldn't tell if that was in the game or in the house. Oh no. Why? There was a lady that bought about 50 rolls of yarn and was yelling about wanting to use a coupon on each one. Told her it wasn't allowed, but I did 50 transactions for her. It's so annoying when you get people like that, because when I worked at Michael's, it was, you could only use 1 or maybe 2 coupons and they couldn't be the same kind. So if you had like 2 people come up, like it was like 2 sisters or something, they could both like make a transaction with the same coupon, and that would be fine. But it'd be so frustrating when you try to explain that to a customer and they just refuse to take it until finally you have to get a manager up there and they have no choice but to just be like, yeah, sure, like I'll sit here and go through, you know, 20 of your items and give you a coupon on every item, but just know that this isn't allowed. Like, our manager was really, really cool. I loved him. Like, he was really great to his employees, and he did his best to, like, mediate, if that's the right word, like, meet in the middle, you know, try to make people happy while also being like, hey, this is dumb, you're like terrible, and I'm just doing this to be nice, it's not allowed. But yeah, I don't know, there's just always going to be those people. Why do you see you're at 3? Thank God. Oh my lord. Can I throw anything? No, I cannot. I can drink though. I know it's only 55, but oh, thank Lord. It's always our fault. You lie about your address for a cheaper rate, and we decline coverage because you lied, but that's our fault. That is absurd. I bet you deal with some of the dumbest people. And the dumbest people, I feel like, are always the meanest, too. Not you specifically, but you get what I mean. I unfortunately do. I could never pretend to imagine how frustrating it is working in insurance specifically, but that is absolutely ridiculous. God, it's so frustrating not having any teleportation spells. I've been playing almost nonstop Shidarkai in my other couple of games, so I'm used to having like level 1, like the ability to teleport. Okay, what can I do from here? Too far, too far. I don't think there's much you can do right now either without walking through the spider webs. No. I've never done the whatever subclass I chose for him. The blade. That was what I chose, right? I can't even remember. Okay then. Okay, I'm gonna go check on someone really quick. I don't have any Misty Step spells right now, or scrolls. 1 second. Hey, Mama. Okay. It's like cold today and cloudy again. I really didn't like the manager at my Michaels. They exploited hard workers to not have to hire the right amount of employees. That sounds about right. That sounds like capitalism. I worked at 2 different Michaels. I worked at the first Michaels that I worked at, I actually ended up going back to because I moved back to the area, but that was where I had the really good manager. Like the first, like, Miss, really, dude? The first genuinely, like, really awesome manager I ever had, because it was one of my first jobs. But then when I moved to the other location and started working at the other Michaels, I experienced the worst manager I'd ever had in my life. Made me cry so often. Especially in the beginning, like I walked around the store just like crying because she was so mean. She ended up loving me, and I actually ended up being like a really sweet woman to me, but she was like the type of manager that was like didn't have the best control of her emotions, I think, and like her anger, and really just let that show. But it was terrifying at first. What am I doing? Okay. How far can she jump? Oh, girl can jump. Works for me. Push. There we go. Oh, thank God. That's probably the most frustrating fight to watch. Also, I could never work insurance. Yeah, that's just one of those industries that I really commend the people who are in it, because you have to have, like, really tough skin. Okay. Girl, stop trying to walk on the spider web. First of all. Okay, just chill.
Still breathing despite everything.
I can't remember if they have anything on them or if it's just
Need to find a way.
in that one area. Take everything and sell it. What do we got? Wait, was that on the skeleton or the backpack? Backpack, backpack. Okay.
Action.
You are actually driving me insane. Knock it off.
Proceed. Never a dull moment.
Okay.
With haste.
Oh crap, that's right. There's still more, right? Did I still have... Oh no, it just knocked out. That's so funny. Well, not anymore. I never know if my writing is good. My friends are too good at hyping me up. It sucks when you don't know if you should fully believe the words of, like, the people around you. Because obviously, most friends or family are gonna be very nice. Could we, like, chill out?
Feel that one later.
Please, good lord. Okay, I'm like, I'm not poisoned. But I think you should ultimately believe them because, you know, while they may hype you up more than, like, the average person would, they are your friends, and I don't think that they would lie to you either and tell you that you're good if you're not. Used to work in health insurance, and I quit when I listened to a mother, oh god, wail over the phone when I explained that claims declined treatment for her child with cancer. That I don't understand. Like, I will never understand insurance and it being so ridiculously scammy. But when it comes to situations like that, that is unfortunately an everyday occurrence in this country, it's like, first of all, to be the person that has to break that news, I'm not going to take a clap. You know, that is hard enough on your mental health, and then, you know, having to deal with whatever emotion comes from hearing that news from the person on the other end, you know, it's just stupid. Why wasn't I just doing that? What fell out? Usually cool things happen. That's gross, that looks like brains. Bone. Okay, I am absolutely not doing this fight because this one annoys me the most. I'm gonna at least get the level 4. That just seems reasonable to me. So we're gonna go back. Which is unfortunate because that means I probably have to do hard decision making, and I don't want to do that.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, Letty, honestly, I don't know how you can do that. To be in that position at all, like, that's insane, and then to move to, like, you know, it's a different type of insurance, like car insurance, but you still are in a really, like, mentally demanding job. Excuse me. Leather gloves, I'll sell those. I suck at everything. I'm an awful writer. Letty, if you were here, I'd smack you. Not really, but I should smack you for saying something like that. Lies. Not a fan of liars. We've been in the Blighted Village already, right? Oh, well, yeah, because we came down that way, so we should be fine.
Everything.
In theory.
So, you and Laser seems
Please don't remind me.
Did he just say nod? That's funny. I sometimes love looting and sometimes absolutely hate it. When there's so much stuff to go through. Can't remember where the good stuff is. Coffee? It was horrible. I can imagine. I don't want to imagine, but I can. Just exhausting in so many ways. People in general are just exhausting. There are good people, but for every good person, there's like a few bad people, you know? You can't say nothing. You ain't ready yet. True, but I've read, like, snippets that you've sent me, and I like the way that you write.
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
Is the weather getting better there to go on hikes and stuff? It is. It's been great, actually. Really. The weather's been great up until yesterday. It got, like, cloudy and windy and chilly again, which I don't mind. I love that. But this I actually think is great hiking weather because I like hiking when it's cooler because I get warm very easily. But oops, up until yesterday the weather was actually like perfect spring weather, like warm but not too warm. We haven't done any like real hiking yet though this year. I never actually do any of the potion making. I really should. Do I have the recipe for this? I do. I think I've only ever made one potion before, and it's just that one in Act 2 with, what is his name? Thistlebold? But I think I'll actually start doing that this game and, like, picking up the herbs and things to make things. Grab it? I did grab it. Because it would be convenient to be able to make some potions that you don't, or you can't find. Okay, were we down here already? No, we were not. More looting, yay! Yes, I do want those. That'd have been horrible with bad grammar and spelling. Girl, have you read my emails? They're not great. You're an actual writer with, like, actual books and something to show for it. Like, that is not just some simple, easy feat. I feel like you are, like, aggressively guilty of underselling yourself. Everybody's their own worst critic, but you are a terrible critic to yourself. I don't think there's actually ever anything in these. I can't remember. That's what's so, like, frustrating about looting, too, is that, like, and I see why they did it, because obviously you can't have something and everything, but it's like, all of the things that are, like, possible to interact with do not have anything in them. Like, some things are just completely empty, but they're able to be interacted with, which, again, makes sense, because that's what gets you, you know, gets you looking through everything. But it's, like, annoying when you're me and you hate looting anyway, and you're like, just tell me where the good stuff is. I don't want to take all this time doing this. But I will take this garlic. What does this one do? That, apparently. What are you? I can't tell. But that I already had. Wait. Any suspension? I don't even know what a suspension is. Excuse me. I also hate... Okay, it's this lever, that's right. How quickly things go away when they're, like, highlighted for you to look at. Because most of the time they're, like, little burrows or, like, really small levers or something that you're supposed to notice, and I don't remember them all. And then it goes away before you can actually find it. Okay. Did I get over here? I can't remember. I did this section. I was thinking, man, maybe I should just, like, go to the goblin camp already, but I don't want to, because the second I meet Minthara, she's gonna want to know where the druid grove is. And I don't want to tell her, but I do want to tell her, because I want her to like me. Okay. I wish I had more people to go out and do hikes with. That's the only thing holding me back. Honestly, same. Like, my friends do want to go on hikes and things, and so does Justin, but, like, it's difficult to get everybody together, like, to have, when we all have a weekend off, to get together to go for a hike, or when, you know, Justin wants to go or something, because Justin is, like, my main person that I would go with, because we generally have the same schedule. But sometimes he doesn't want to go, or he has something going on, and unfortunately, I am not the woman who will ever go do things like that on my own. I wish that I was brave enough to be a solo hiker. I wish that I was brave enough to go, like, on walks alone or go running alone. But I watch way too many crime documentaries, and I have way too much, like, self-preservation to ever do anything like that. And it sucks because it's like, oh, if you want to do it, you should just go on a hike then. Like, if you want to go so bad, go by yourself. But I cannot bring myself to do that, because I know what happens to women who go out alone, and I don't want to be that woman. But yeah, that's my, honestly, I can definitely relate to that, and I'm like almost glad that you say that, because that's my biggest frustration too, is just getting people to go on a hike with me. And also because for me personally, like, I love a good walk around like a park or just like a nature reserve nearby, but like when I think of like a hike, when I want to go for a hike on the weekend, like I want to drive an hour away minimum and go like get into the trees or go to the beach or something. Like I want a destination hike. I like being outside in general, but if I have like a day to go for a hike and I plan for a hike, I want a destination hike. And I think that makes it harder too. Inserted SpongeBob gif with rainbow here. Trauma. Trauma makes for a good story though. I like the noises that they make. They're actually kind of creepy. Because they sound like the, what do they call those zombies in The Last of Us? Are they clickers? Or like, they make that kind of like, they make that same noise, whatever. Yeah, exactly, away from civilization. Like, I'm down to go for hikes anywhere if we... Okay. Is something glitching? It sounds like there's like a wood noise that's glitching. That is not the music. Anyway, yeah, and again, I like being outside any way that I can be. Like, even if we're just like having a picnic on the front lawn, I'm happy with that. But yeah, if I say I want to go for a hike, I want to go for a hike. Okay, they are clickers, yeah. The sound is like so fascinatingly like eerie to me, which I'm sure is what they were going for, and I think that's what makes them so good. Okay, that noise is actually kind of driving me crazy. I want the fight to end so it stops. Okay, I only have one right now. I still am not 100% sure what the best build for him and Astarion are. I see so many mixed things about the way to build them. I've never really like done much in the way of like changing or multi-classing the companions, but I really think I want to try that this time while I have companions. I have disarming ranged. Burn, woman. Okay, valid. I haven't used my action surge yet, but maybe I should. So I'm probably gonna long rest after this anyway. That was dumb of me. Letty, I want to hike, but I am a fat. Letty, if it makes you feel any better, I am one of the most out of shape people, like, ever. Recently, though, with, like, the running, I've definitely felt better. Which, it still feels weird to even say, like, oh, I go running, because really it's just, like, very slow jogging. And we don't do it for long. But you have to find the right person to hike with if you're, like, afraid of just, like, the hike being strenuous. Because I always am. I get out of breath so quickly. I get sweaty so quickly because I overheat very quickly. So it's definitely important to find the right person to hike with. My dad, funny enough, he's such a, like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he's such a sappy guy, and he's so, like, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. He's like, I don't want you to feel at all uncomfortable, like, I just want you to have fun. And we hiked the Sierra Mountains here, the Eastern Sierras, up to, like, we were trying to get up to the Lookout Observatory at the tower, but there was too much snow for us to get there. But basically, the whole hike is, like, really, really, really steep incline. Like, it's a mountain that you're climbing. And I was super out of shape at that point. This was a few years ago because I wasn't doing any exercising whatsoever. But the whole time, my dad's just like, da, 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 and I am not kidding when I tell you, every, like, 10 steps I had to stop because the incline is, like, this steep. It's ridiculous. And I'm so out of shape. My dad is, like, the healthiest person in existence. So the whole time he's like, yeah, no, I don't mind stopping, like, whenever you want to stop. But you have to find that person that has that attitude of, like, we're just here to have a good time, look at some pretty views, listen to the trees and the wind. Like, I'm not here to work out. Like, I'm not here to, like, you know, do strenuous exercise. I'm here to look at the trees. That's the type of person that I like hiking with, which is my dad. Summer, I was laughing at that. But yeah, Jessica, same. My hikes are really slow. I went backpacking with my dad too, also in Desolation Wilderness out in Tahoe. And that one, it was so much fun, but my dad's super in shape. I'm not in shape. And then imagine adding a huge pack to that. We were gone for 3 nights. And I actually ended up getting sick on that trip. But again, every 10 steps I had to stop for like a minute. So it was slow going. And it was funny too because on that backpacking trip, there were multiple people who passed us running, that like went out running in Desolation Wilderness. And where we were when they passed us took me like an entire day to get to. And they're just here for an hour or so doing a run. I'm like, okay, well, that took me 6 hours walking. But, you know, I am not an in-shape person. But again, my whole reasoning for getting out there is just being outside and getting to enjoy the outdoors. So I feel like it makes it, oh, I should be hitting you, a little better. Summer, though, yeah, she likes going for walks, and I'm sure she would probably enjoy hikes if she could, but she's old, so she gets, like, winded pretty easily. The last walk that we took her on, I actually ended up carrying her for a portion of the way because she, like, really noticeably started to slow down and pant a little bit more. I was like, okay, I'll just carry you, which was fine. She's a small dog, but it was cute. You should come out here and do the 46 peaks of the Adirondack Mountains. It's a badge of honor for upstate New Yorkers. I've never heard of that before. How do you pronounce that? There's so many beautiful hikes along the ocean here, right over huge cliffs. It's stunning. I love coastal hikes. Specifically, I think my favorite environment is like Northern California to, like, you know, Canada coast, where it's like all cold forest, foggy ocean. My very favorite place, like if I could pick anywhere in the world to live, or at least anywhere in this country to live, would be the Redwoods. I love the coastal redwoods, specifically up in like Trinidad, I think is the area that it's called. The little, I think like the town. Justin and I discovered that area. I mean, I'd been there before, but we discovered this really cute like camping area there, and I'm obsessed with that area. If I could go up there every month, I would. I love a foggy forest coastal exploration and hiking, obviously. Oh, I already read that. Such a dad thing, walking ahead of the group. Yep. And always in just like such a chipper mood. I always call him a doorknob because he's such a sappy doorknob, which is like our version of saying he's a dork. I'm a photographer as well, so I'm super slow because I take photos. Oh my god, I use that as an excuse all the time, actually. It's like, oh, hold on, this is such a gorgeous view. Yeah. That's my biggest excuse. And it's a valid excuse because again, I'm here to soak in the scenery. I'm gonna take photos. I have not, wow, that was annoying, gotten a lot done on this run. I'm so sorry. This is probably boring. Okay, well, you need to chill, Home Slice. Excuse me. I hope my coughs aren't like ridiculously loud. Okay, I've never used this before, but I can't get to him anyway. Oh, nice. Can I even reach y'all from here? Kind of. Do I have any alchemist fire? I think I just picked one up. Yes. Hello? Nice. What? Did you just join the fight? That's crazy. I think I usually finish this fight before they wake up more people, because I don't remember fighting like this many dudes. Oh, duh. Adirondack. Adirondack. Where do you put the emphasis? Like which Adirondack or Adirondack? Does that make sense? Redwoods look stunning. Are they by San Francisco? I don't know the Cali area, honestly. Yes, so the redwoods are in multiple places in California, actually, and a little bit in Oregon too, I think. Because there's the giant redwoods that are, I think, both in San Francisco area and then kind of up in that Trinidad area. Those are my favorite. And then there's sequoias kind of like all over the western coast. But the giant redwoods are gorgeous. My favorite ones to see, though, are up in Northern California, so not some people call San Francisco Northern California. I consider it Central California. But my favorite area to visit the redwoods is up north. They have, I think that's where the General Sherman tree is, and like which is the oldest tree. I can't remember which section has which tree, because there's the tallest tree in the world and the oldest tree in the world. One or both of which, they'll tell you like the forest that it's in, but they won't tell you which tree it is for really depressing reasons, because nobody can trust the human race because people are jerks. But it's just so fascinating, and there's something so magical about those forests. Like, I want to get married there. I'm trying to convince Justin to let us just go like elope in the forest and then come back and have a party. But it's just so serene walking in those woods. Some mountains here in upstate. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've heard such wonderful things about New York State and just being absolutely gorgeous. Wait, is it 2 R's or 1 R? I want to look it up. Where did your comment go? Ooh. Oh god, yeah. Oh, that color in the fall. See, that's something that I don't get to see as often, is the changing of the leaves in the fall. Like, we have plenty of trees here that, like, change leaves in the fall, but the areas that I like to be in... Did I really drink this? Oh my god, of course. I was like, why didn't I heal? I drank the thing that looks like a healing potion, but it's not. I like to be around the evergreens, so I love, you know, the redwood forest, they're giant evergreens, so they never change color. And that's one thing that, you know, obviously makes fall so magical and is the one downside to like those evergreen forests, is that there's not a lot of the color changing leaves. Yeah, I just looked it up and I feel like it's I would imagine one of the like really famous areas to go, because some of the pictures that I just saw on Google, I was like, I've seen that before. Ugh. No, that's okay. I'm happy to be chatting. I just am sorry if this is boring to watch, though we're mostly chatting, so it's probably fine. A poo can't be healed. That's not fair. I have genuinely never actually been in this fight this long before. That's so funny. You prone? No, just burning. I doubt I could get to you. Maybe I could jump? Oh, I cannot. Poo. Ah, wonderful. And let's not let Gale die. Good lord. Okay. Who's outside? Delivery, maybe? Okay, I am gonna end it here though, because it's been an hour. That's kind of a good ending spot. I consider every day a win where I don't have to do anything mean. So, you should look up Bay of Fundy Trail. Ooh. Bay of Fundy? Oh, that is stunning. Wow. There's something kind of similar to this in like Lower Oregon coastal area that we went to last year, I think, for my birthday, but it's not quite like this where it looks like the water does actually like the tide comes in and makes it look so like, I don't even know how to describe it. That's so cool. Oh yeah, and you can kayak through it when the tide is up. That's magical. Oh, now I really want to go for a hike. I'll have to see if maybe I can convince Justin to go for a hike this weekend. Is Gale down? No. I got him up right after the fight because I don't want him to go down. Hey, Mama. Good stretch. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out and chatting. That was a lot of fun, and I did so little. I was so distracted the whole time, but that was a blast, and I'm glad that Baldur's Gate is working again, so that we can continue this and eventually start making some really tough decisions. But anyway, have a lovely weekend, you guys. I will see you all Tuesday, right, because today is Friday. So thank you so much. You guys too. I love the distraction, please. I'm so glad to like be chatty the whole time. So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all next week. Thank you guys for putting up with me, as always.